Hello students, I hope you all have seen the video which I have uploaded last time. That video was all about the introduction of arithmetic progression. So we are going to start a new chapter, chapter number 5, arithmetic progression. In that video you must have seen that in our nature or day-to-day life many things follow a certain kind of pattern. For example, petals in a sunflower. So these petals follow a fixed kind of patterns. Okay. Then in next example, holes in a honeycomb, which also follows a fixed kind of patterns. Okay. In our textbook, we have two examples. I request you to please go through it. Now let us discuss one more example. For example, you are buying a Activa and you have decided to pay the amount in installment, or you are paying a EMI of 5,000 rupees. So by each month your paid amount will increase by 5,000 rupees because you are paying 5,000 rupees per month. Okay, so this is called AP. Why? Because the paid amount is increasing by 5,000 at the end of every month. Okay, so this is called arithmetic progression. Now let us understand arithmetic progression by taking few examples. Let us look at these patterns. In number A, we have 1, 3, 5, 7. In B, we have 5, 10, 15, 20. Here few terms I have not written and the last term is 100. Then in C, we have 2, 8, 14, 20 and so on. Can you say the next term in each of these examples? Yes. In first one, we have 1, 3, 5, 7. So obviously the next term will be 9. Similarly, in second, 5, 10, 15, 20. So we can say that after 20, 25 will come. Okay. In C, we have 2, 8, 14, 20. So what will be the next term? So let us see here that second term minus first term is 6. Then third term minus second term is also 6. Then 20 minus 14, which is fourth term minus third term, is also 6. So we can say that here difference is equal. So common difference is 6. Okay, or we can also say that here succeeding terms are obtained by adding a fixed number. Right? Why? Because see, if you add 6 2 plus 6, you will get 8. Okay, so if you are adding 6 into first term, you are getting second term. Again you are adding 6 into second term, you are getting third term. Then you are adding 6 into third term, you are getting fourth term and so on. Okay, so from this example we can derive the definition of arithmetic progression. An arithmetic progression is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term except the first term. This fixed number is called common difference of the AP. We generally denote this common difference by small d. And this general difference, that is D or common difference D, can be positive, negative or 0. Now positive means what? So whenever the common difference is positive, we will get increasing sequence. Okay, the amount or the number will increase. When we have negative, if the difference is negative, so in that case the sequence will be decreasing sequence. Now you can relate this, you can get the decreasing sequence by subtracting some fixed number from the previous number. Okay, and real life example of this kind of sequence can be, for example, you have the Activa of maybe 2010 model. Okay, suppose you have the old one Activa. Okay, and if you want to sell it, so obviously the price will decrease, right? So the price of Activa will decrease day by day. Okay, similarly, if you are taking some medicine for some disease, okay, so when you are taking medicine, the number of bacteria will decrease in your blood. Okay, so this kind of sequence is called decreasing sequence, that we'll study later on. But negative difference means the number or the each entry will decrease Okay, now when the d is 0, so if the d is 0, the sequence will be constant, neither it will increase nor decrease. Okay, now let a1, a2, a3, a4 and an are first, second, third, fourth and nth term of arithmetic progression respectively, and d be the common difference. So now we are generalizing this arithmetic progression. Okay, so can we say that difference in between the two successive terms is constant in arithmetic progression? Yes. So second term minus first term is equals to third term minus second term is equals to fourth term minus third term, and so on, is equals to last term minus second last term, that is nth term minus n minus 1th term, is equals to d. In previous sum the difference was 6, right? So similarly here we are generalizing arithmetic progression, so I have taken here d as the common difference. For example, now let us understand this thing by taking one example. Suppose we have 3, 8, 13, 18 and so on, and we want to decide whether it is AP or not. So whenever you want to decide whether the given sequence is AP or not, you just take the common difference of two successive terms. So here A1 is 3, A2 8, A3 13, A4 18. So A2 minus A1 is 8 minus 3, which is 5. A3 minus A2, 13 minus 8, again it is 5. A4 minus A3 is 18 minus 13, which is also 5. So here the common difference is 5. So we can say that it's a AP. So if A is the first term of AP and D is the common difference of the AP, then A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D is an AP. So first term of this AP will be A. Second term is A plus D. Third term is A plus 2D. Fourth term is A plus 3D. Now we want to write nth term. So let us first of all see here. Here we have A. So we can say that A plus 0 times D. Then second term we have A plus D. So we can write here A plus 1 into D. Third term we have A plus 2D. Fourth term we have A plus 3D. Now you can see here, first term the coefficient of D is 0. For second term coefficient of D is 1. For third term coefficient of D is 2. For fourth term the coefficient of D is 3. Therefore for nth term coefficient of D will be n minus 1. So we can say that nth term of the AP is A plus n minus 1 into D. So whenever we want to find nth term of the AP, or maybe 10th term or 15th term or 28th term, we can easily find nth term by using this formula, that is A plus n minus 1 into D. Okay, I hope you understood this concept. So now we will start exercise 5.1.